Hi, want to know the specific Silva Method tools and techniques that I used to get rid of anxiety when I was 12 years old? Well, stick around because that's what this video is about. Hi, my name is Erica Morales and I'm a certified Silva Method instructor, and I have 40 years experience using the Silva Method tools and techniques. For more content like this, please like and subscribe. So for those of you who don't know my story, when I was 12 years old, I used to come home from school and I'd be scared, like so scared that I would end up calling my mom at work and trying to beg her to come home so that she can help me figure out this stress and anxiety and fear that I was feeling. More times than not, she wasn't able to come. But luckily, what she did do was enroll me in the Silva Method. So after 4 days of being in the Silva Method, I got out and I practiced my Silva Method tools and techniques. And that is so important, that little point right there, because the Silva Method isn't a quick fix. It's not a one and done. It's not I'm going to go to this seminar for 4 days and my life is going to be perfect thereafter. It could happen. I'm not saying that it can't, but most likely it won't happen that way. The Silva Method is meant for you to use throughout the day, every single day, so that you're constantly tuning in. You're constantly getting yourself into alignment so that you can accomplish whatever it is that you want to do, right? There's so many different tools and techniques. Specifically, 2 of them are the ones that helped me and continue to help me to this day, specifically with anxiety, right? Have there been times in my life when I have been a little lax with my practice? Yes, absolutely. I'm not going to lie and tell you that I've been doing this all the time and without any hitches. Yes, I have. And I've paid the price for it, and I've learned it is so much easier for me to do the do and reap the rewards than to be lazy about it and then end up in some anxiety, fearful, panicky type of mode, right? So I'm going to share with you now what those tools were. The first one is the long relax meditation, and I'll go into that one a little bit more. And the second one is mental house cleaning. That one is incredible, and I would suggest that absolutely everyone practice regardless of your mental state of mind. So first, with the long relax, this is one of the most powerful and most used meditations in the Silva Method, world renowned, hands down. So with the long relax, what I realized or noticed is that, first of all, I am in control. I am more powerful than I could have ever imagined. And that was huge, learning this when I was 12 years old. See, what happens during the long relax is specifically that, right? But you're using your mind to relax your body. And that is incredible when you experience the effects of that. You realize just how powerful you are. Way back in the day, it was called Silva Mind Control. And I kind of wish it was still called the same thing, because it is exactly that. It is your own self mind control. And that is just such a fundamental and foundational principle to know to navigate life. Like, give me a thumbs up if you agree with that. That's just foundational. So aside from becoming aware that, oh my gosh, my mind is actually able to tell my body what to do and how to feel, practicing that minimum weekly and sometimes daily even made a huge difference when it came to managing anxiety, right? The next one is mental house cleaning, and this one is so foundational. I wish absolutely every single person on this planet knew about mental house cleaning, because it is foundational. It is so important to be able to manage your thoughts, because your thoughts create your reality, right? So whenever I felt like your feelings are a telltale sign of everything, right? That your feelings will tell you what you've been thinking. So whenever I started to feel a little anxious or a little fearful or maybe sad or just off, then I knew to stop and trace back those thoughts to see where the culprit came from. And the reason that's important is once you realize what thought it is that you were thinking, then you can stop the thought. It's a pattern, right? We have so many different thoughts every single day, but research shows that most of those thoughts are on repeat. They're just playing in the background without you even realizing it. We're having thoughts all day, every single part of the day. So that's why it's so important to stay on top of them. And like I said, when you stay, or when you keep up with your practice, that is the most important thing that you can do, is just stay on top of it. Because if you don't, then you're having to crawl yourself out of that anxiety pit or hole, right? So the way that it works, let me just share this with you. So easy, so simple. Back in 1966, Jose Silva came up with this. And the way that he came up with this is just by studying all different modalities and things that were around hypnosis. He studied yoga, he studied so many different things, and then he brought it together in this one course, the Silva Method course, which should be mandatory for everyone to take, because it just gives you a way to navigate life. It's just practical tools and techniques that you learn that you can use for almost every single situation in your life. And they're quick meditations. It's not like you have to sit down and create a space and meditate for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. No, they're quick, easy meditations, 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, well, back to mental house cleaning. So once you become aware of a wayward thought, or perhaps it's something that you said that you don't want to experience, right? Oh, I hate that, or I don't have enough time. What you're going to do is stop the pattern, because this is just coming from those thoughts that are running in the background all the time, and it's a pattern that's been created, right? It's just a habit. So it's important to just stop the pattern. And what we use in the Silva Method is the word cancel, and you use it twice. Cancel, cancel. And it's kind of funny because it's like cancel, 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 cancel. I remember walking around in the 80s when we'd have some Silva Method, conference or something going on in Laredo, when I lived in Laredo, and you would hear people saying that every now and then, cancel, 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 cancel. And yes, it's fun, and it's funny to hear people saying that. And it's important to have something to stop the pattern, right? And that does help. Cancel, cancel. The next step is equally as important. It is to replace that thought, up-level that thought, right? I have more than enough time. And then, you want to play with your replacement thought or your replacement words and see what feels right for you, because you don't want to insert something that is completely and totally unbelievable to you, right? I'm learning to manage my time in a better way. Maybe that feels a little bit better. But you don't want to activate something in you that's going to say, no, that's not true. That's not what I'm experiencing, right? So just scale it up a bit. And it's so much better for you to actually have these replacement thoughts already right here, or you write it down and you have it in your pocket and you're like, oh, let me pull that out. Or if you have something that you've said and it's new and you haven't come across this before, then you can sit down and you can actually work on it and say, okay, next time when I say this, then this is going to be my replacement thought. And I actually am using AI to be able to go in there and to come up with affirmations or thoughts or whatever, and it's actually quite incredible. I love it. So yeah, there you have it, the long relax and mental house cleaning. And like I said, it's a practice. It's a daily practice. Have I been wary sometimes about that and not been 100% on my game? Yes, I have, but I know enough to get back on my game. I have the tools, I have the techniques, and I use them, and I've learned it is so much easier to do this daily and not to be lackadaisical about it. So, long relax, mental house cleaning, use them. They are so, so incredibly helpful. For me, it helped me to combat anxiety, not just when I was 12 years old, but throughout my entire life. So if you'd like to know when my next Silva Life and Intuition System seminar is, click the link in the comments section below. That'll take you to my website. And then from there, you can navigate and see when my next seminar is. I have it posted on several different pages for your convenience.